People can tell that you're going to be famous. I have been getting the 10 of Pentacles for you for a week straight. You are going from this rebellion, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to do things my way, and it not working out, going through the school of hard knocks, working through self-limiting beliefs, working through generational curses. And now people are very tempted by your lifestyle, by your happiness, or what they think you have. People think they know what you have, and they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue what you go through in your day to day. They don't have a clue how much work you've put into your craft. Someone here thought that you were naive or dumb. This group of people. They thought they could run something up on you or play in your face, and that's not working. There are shortcuts people are taking to be like you or to try to destiny swap or make it look. It's almost like people are trying to shapeshift into you to make it look like, oh, I've been like them the whole time. I've always been like this, but it's not authentic to them. And it's very obvious that they're trying to be someone that they're not. And this is also a trap. You are being used as bait right now. So whoever is playing the game of telephone, whoever is trying to destiny swap, whoever is trying to shape shift and look like you, it's not working. Whatever line they're picking up to act like this or to be like this or to talk about you, the line is being disconnected. Prepare to have a lot of people obsessed with you, sending you all types of Sesame Street, thinking that you're naive, thinking that you're dumb, trying to figure out ways to get shortcuts, like a shorter path. Like, you are very stoic at this time, and there is a whole brick wall in front of you, but people are trying to figure out how to chip away at that brick wall or end around that wall, and you are not going to let them, because there's a lot of people doing things to bypass acknowledging you. And then there's other people that are doing way too much to acknowledge you when they're not normally kind to you or nice to you. So you're not really trusting people at this time. You're kind of just minding your own business, counting your blessings, knowing that you have ancient wisdom. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming in, temperance. You never needed their wings to fly. Yeah, you would love to have a collaboration, an alliance, a best friend, a group of friends even. But you're not really worried about that. So you're leaving a lot of people speechless because you just don't trust them. Their games are at a Sesame Street level. With someone who is grown, who has ancient wisdom, they don't even know what ride they're on. But they're definitely not tall enough to ride it. There are people trying to emulate you, and they're trying to shapeshift into what you already embody. Acting like they've been embodying this the whole time. Because I tell you guys what, people get more attention when they act like you, when they dress like you. So you're going to see a lot of weird obsessions. You guys could be dealing with a group of women that thought you were naive, or a group of influencers that thought you were naive. Whoever this group is, you are leaving them speechless, and everyone is talking about your newest transformation and how you are emanating light. You have a lot of things coming to fruition. You have the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. You're very humble. You are the one that's going to stand the test of time. A lot of these people around you that are trying to emulate you, they want to also stand the test of time. But they're not going to, because you're the one here with the discipline. Okay, you are the one here with the discipline. And maybe some of these people, they could last a year. Maybe they could last 2 years, but whoever I'm speaking to, you've lasted way longer than that. So these people are quite delusional in thinking that you are naive, that you would rather have a friend. It couldn't be further from the truth. You're not just taking on no new friends right now, and anyone being fake or anyone trying to take what's yours, take what you've created, copy you, plagiarize you, and act like that's there. I don't know, there's a lot of weird obsession right now that you're dealing with. They're very tempted by what they think you've obtained, and they never got the memo, they never got the email. You are attracting people at this time that are making you a top priority, but it is far and few between. Your discernment, your antennas are way up. You might be calling some people out, and then people that are already intimidated of you, okay, people are seeing you as a direct threat. So there are people, again, that are intimidated by what you have going on, by the way that you stand up, by the way that, I don't know, your presence is intimidating. Because maybe where you would normally walk on eggshells or scurry away or just remove yourself or dismiss yourself, like, I don't want to be a part of this drama, you're kind of standing in the middle of it, handling your business while everyone else is freaking out or kissing your behind. There's a group of people that they don't want to apologize to you, but they want to be around you. That's a shortcut. There's people trying to figure out how to take the shortcut to being in your life, and that will never ever work. That will never ever work. Like, you might be cordial, you might be nice, but you're not just going to let them sit at your table, the table that God has been preparing for you. You are smoking hot right now, and a lot of people that have been messing with you are going through their own upheavals, their own setbacks, their Sesame Street that they've been sending out in droves hasn't worked. Some of these people have been messing with you for 2 to 3 years. Let me know in the comments. And for others of you, I'm hearing 6 years. So this could have been 6, 7 years, or 3 years specifically. So you guys are getting this extreme makeover, and you have all of these people that think they're big and bad. There is something really big that you guys are getting ready to break free from, and it's something that can make you feel really insecure. And a lot of people wouldn't even know this about you, but you are really trying to get healthy or get your life together or put your family back in order. There is something that you're really trying to get back in order. And though you look like the Empress, you look like the Emperor, you don't feel like the Emperor, or you don't feel like the Empress fully on the inside. And you're realizing what you're still tied to that you're going to have to walk away from, that causes a lot of stress in your life. This could be a job, a group of friends, some family members. There is something that is tied to the stress or the fact that you are running on fumes. So there is major cord cutting that you are going to be doing here in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, 2 to 4 weeks from the time that you hear this message, you will be cutting major cords, because there is a call that you are answering, and you want to be in certain environments where you are heard loud and clear. You are not dealing with people committed to misunderstanding you, thinking that you're naive, thinking that you're dumb, trying to get you to walk on eggshells, intimidated by your light, or threatened or bothered. You want more time set aside for self-care. You want more time set aside to push forward, to be able to influence, to be able to explore, to find your true self. Because you guys have to be all of these different versions for different people, and you're like, I want to come home to myself and feel like I have a sanctuary, feel like I get to do the things that I want to do. So there is a major part or a key role in your life that is shifting, that is changing, and it is going to require you to be confident, to be fearless, to be brave. I'm hearing fortune favors the bold. There is something that you guys have been working on, but you have one foot out the door because with another situation. So let's say you were trying to become an influencer or an entrepreneur, but you're still working a bunch of different side hustles, and you feel like you have to work those side hustles, but you're going to be letting go of a workload, something that is like work to you, something that you don't look forward to, something that takes time out of your life, and maybe you've downplayed it for a while, like, oh, it's not that much time, it's not that many days, it's not that many hours. But now that you're adding up the emotional stress that it causes you, you're going to multiply that. Okay, you are quite literally going to multiply that. So your bags have been packed for whatever this issue is. Whatever this issue is, your bags have been packed, but you're like, when am I actually going to leave? When am I actually going to go? When am I actually going to be done with this place? I'm not quite sure. And now you feel like, I can do this. I am seeing other people fly and spread their wings, and I am going to do the same. You are going to do the same. You are a champion. You have a champion for your cause. You have honor. This is your comeback season. You fight for the underdogs. You fight for the ugly ducklings. You fight for the late bloomers. And there is hard work and patience that's paying off, but it will be multiplied times 10, 50, or even 100 if you walk away or cut the cords from certain things that you don't need in your life. You are being asked to refine, to purify, to draw out, and to infuse. You are being asked to mend, repair, and reset. And you can feel that in every fiber of your being. You're like, yeah, it's not going that bad with these side hustles. Okay, just an example. It's not going too bad with these side hustles, and maybe it's extra money, but all of that running around is bringing you extra stress. And you're like, no, I want to feel like the Empress on the inside. Maybe you feel like there's a certain area of your life you need to respect more. Is it your finances that you need to respect more? Is it your love life? Is it your family? Whatever is important to you and whatever else you're trying to bring in, you're like, I need to have more respect for my body. My body is a palace, and this just drags me all around and runs me on fumes. I need to let it go. You feel like I'm trying to think of an example. This is like you being in the middle of the Wheel of Fortune. And as soon as you rip some type of cord out, do some type of cord cutting, bust out the scissors, you're going to shift to the top of this wheel. Oh my gosh, I can finally see the top of the Wheel of Fortune. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so excited for all these blessings and this hard work to pay off, all of this patience to pay off. But what would get you there even faster, now that you can see it and you believe that it is yours, you getting there faster is believing that you don't need to be tied to so many things or so many people. But yeah, there are a lot of people trying to shapeshift into who you are because they think that you have this already. They think that you have this already. You are allowed to take a break. You are safe to pump the brakes. You are safe to walk away because the bottom line is you have the ancient wisdom, right? Even if something goes awry with cutting out all the side hustles, cutting out the jobs, cutting out the nonsense, you still have the wisdom to make whatever you're doing count and work. But you are being asked to be brave and daring and to obey and to surrender. So I want you to affirm it below. I am getting ready to surrender, or I am ready to surrender. I am safe to surrender. I am feeling brave. I am feeling fearless. You're going to be contemplating a lot this week because this is unfolding in the next 2 to 4 weeks. You don't have to conform to other people's ways of doing this, even if they're in the same arena as you or industry as you. You are going to be setting a new trend on how to get things done. But yeah, you're really needing some time for you. You are needing R&R, a break, time to realize that like you are being supported and to declare your truth, your power. You're just you want things to be more aligned. And it sucks when you can't just like tell other people like, well, I don't feel like my life is all the way together. So like, and people are going to look at you maybe like you're crazy because they think your life is perfect. There are people out here thinking that your life is perfect. God doesn't want you to forget how strong-willed you are, okay? To not run the other direction, to not have the bags packed forever, and to not actually walk away. Walking away before a tower comes in. Walking away, being able to walk away on your own recognizance, being able to walk away on your own terms. So affirm it below. I am ready to walk away on my own terms. So you guys are getting back at it again. There's something that you've really wanted back in your life. And you don't even have to share that with me, but I have a good sense about what it is. There is something you've really been wanting back in your life. You're like, I really want this to be better. I really want this to be fixed. And I'm going to work hard at that. To have that back in my life because it's something that you've had before. Peace, happiness, ease, I'm hearing a lot about ease. Things are supposed to be easier for you. And then I'm also getting a lot about you being an influencer and people being obsessed with you. They feel like they're under your spell or they're under your control. Things that you're posting are causing a lot of other people to mimic you or try to shapeshift into you, because again, people get a lot of attention when they're acting like you, dressing like you, and talking like you. I'm getting many try to emulate the way that you talk, the way that you rebel, the way that you set trends, and the way that you go against the grain. But a lot of them unfortunately fall short because it's not genuine to them. Someone here could be having a baby. Okay, someone here could be getting pregnant this year. Okay, I'm hearing 2 to 4 months. In the next 2 to 4 months, someone here could be getting pregnant. And in the next 2 to 4 weeks, you guys are walking away from something that you maybe thought you would never walk away from. Because it could be something that you're good at, but you just doesn't bring you joy anymore, and that's okay. It definitely feels new to you to have to walk away from something. Like maybe this is a relationship. Maybe you're the one that always is broken up with, but you're not the person doing the breakup. So maybe this time you're going to be doing the breakup. Maybe you're the one that's always getting laid off or fired. Maybe this time you're the one that's going to put in your resignation. Maybe you're the one that's always being cast out by the family, but now you're going to tell these people where to go and how to get there. These people, they had Sesame Street games for someone of your caliber and level, somebody of high spiritual rank and ancient wisdom. They did not know who they were messing with. They wanted to be delusional and think, oh, they're naive and they're dumb. I can't. If they thought that you were so naive and dumb, then why are they trying to mimic you? If they thought that you were so naive and dumb, then why are they trying to emulate your every move, destiny swap, steal your lover and your little dog too? Then why? Okay? So if there is a wave of people trying to emulate you in the workplace specifically and with your family. A lot of these people think that they can do this behind your back. You'll never find out. You'll never see. And then again, whoever is playing the game of telephone behind your back, spreading all types of gossip and things about your family, your finances, your business, whatever the case is, God is cutting that line. You are being used as the bait. This is the bait and switch. You are being used as the Venus flytrap. This temptation, aka you, comes at a high price. So anyone that's like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting to mess with Collective. I've been waiting to say something stupid to them. I've been waiting to tell them about themselves before they even get to that part, because they've been so busy gossiping on the phone, okay, metaphorically. God's about to cut that line. God's about to disconnect that line. You are being shaped right now by God. And that's all you really care about. These people can be doing this, that. You're like, I don't care. But you know what time it is because you naturally uncover things. This is one of your gifts. This is one of your talents. God is teaching you about leverage, mastery, influence. God is teaching you about self-improvement, exercise, pushing forward, your own power and inner strength. So another thing that I'm getting is you naturally uncover things. So people thinking like, oh, they're never going to know that I did any of this. But you already know. You already know. You clock things like people wouldn't even believe. But if it was them, they would say something. And you're like, if I said something to everybody that I clocked, if I said something to everybody that I saw emulating, copying, doing whatever, it doesn't bother you when these people don't have bad intentions, but a lot of the people doing this to you do in fact have bad intentions, because they don't just want to emulate you, they want to take your place. Or they don't just want to take your place, they want to take your person. Do you know what I mean? And so on and so forth. You are going to be a major help in this world. You have a major role. Affirm it below. I have a key role in this world. You are on the divine's payroll. Someone has been busy catfishing, or somebody currently feels like they don't compare to you, so they need to catfish in any way possible, and it's just looking a little bit ridiculous because, again, it is not authentic to them. Some people don't understand that You do things as a way of protecting yourself because of other things that have happened. Hard times, you guys going through the school of hard knocks, very hard lessons have made you the way that you are. So you maneuver a certain way, and people are like, oh, I gotta go copy that. And that's why it's so loud when people copy you, because you were doing this because of how you were being led, how you were being guided, and how you have to protect yourself from things that have happened in the past. So when people are emulating this, you're like, I was doing that because I needed to protect myself. So you look like a whole fool out here trying to be me better than me when I did this for my protection. This is like if God has you put on a Band-Aid because you have, a cut on your arm, and then everybody else starts wearing a Band-Aid on their arm, and you're like, I was wearing that because I actually cut my arm. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, these people that are trying to catfish, they're acting like this is a glow up. This is not an extreme makeover. This is not a glow up. This is just not being original. Okay, affirm it below. I'm the original gangster of everything that I do. Your manifestations are coming in faster than normal. So be careful with the intrusive thoughts. I mean, they intrude regardless, but be careful with the second, third, and fourth, and fifth thought after the first thought. There's a lot of evil that you recently had to overcome, and you are very like, I'm a keep my guard up. You're very intuitive right now. Your psychic abilities are off the chain. They're off the rip. Like, so you really need to understand that you do clock things correctly the first time. And so just listen to your body. Listen to what you're being told. But yeah, remember that your manifestations are coming in at an alarming rate. Success is going to keep finding you. I freaking knew it. Someone gets more attention acting like you. Okay, so people are like, oh, I get a lot of attention when I act like this. Whether it's a thirst trap, clickbait, just being thirsty, hungry, everything. Literally everything. You guys could be seeing angel number 333 or 444 or even 888. It's like Pretty Woman. When she's walking down the street in her own clothes, she's still walking with confidence, like, this is me, this is just who I am. But when she gets her upgrade, then she's really walking with even more confidence, and it's just beautiful to watch. People find your transformation beautiful to watch. People like to watch you, and then there's other people that like to obsess over you. I keep getting things about the spirit and the wolf. So there are people trying to deceive you that they are a friend. People trying to deceive you that they're just like you. No. Listen to your intuition in that regard. Okay? It's like in the movie Pretty Woman, where she kind of doesn't like being around the lawyer, the dude from Seinfeld. And it's like, listen to people, or listen to yourself when you're like, yeah, I don't trust that person. Like, I don't want to be around them. I don't believe that they have good intentions. Okay? And this happens a lot, I feel like, with you guys. People meet you, or they might see you online, and then they start copying the way that you do things. And you're like, okay, but they don't acknowledge you. And they might even know you and still don't acknowledge you. Don't lose hope that you won't have real friends out here, because you are, in fact, attracting people that are making you a first priority, that have a lot of respect for you. Okay, anything else for the collective? Unplug. So as upheavals and setbacks are coming in for your enemies, there's a different type of tower coming in for you. An upheaval of where you do need to unplug, you do need to relax for however long feels good for you. I'm seeing that you guys are going to be taking things a lot slower, doing things with more ease. You're like, I don't want to struggle. I don't want to be breaking a sweat. So you will also get wonderful ideas, epiphanies, messages. You will channel a lot of things that are helpful for you when you are unplugging and tuning out the world. Maybe this is hard for you to turn your phone off if you work all the time, or hard for you to sit and relax with the family when you have to work all the time, or your mind is elsewhere. The more that you unplug, the more that you're going to be rewarded. And this is helping you work smarter, not harder, because you have the wisdom to do so. So in 2 to 4 weeks, when you go to leave this situation that is no longer an opportunity, there's no longer growth here. And think about it that way as well. There is an area of your life that is not fully tapped yet. And you're over here tapping a different well that is totally tapped. It's totally dry. There's no more opportunities. There's just nothing but drama there. And God's like, we need to go back to this well where your opportunities are just beginning. We're being led to the well where opportunities are just beginning. But we've been slow playing those opportunities in that well because we're like, no, I gotta get to this well. I gotta get to that well. God's like, this one over here. This one right here is the one that we need to be looking at. So you're going to be getting a lot of great ideas every time you treat yourself. Okay, every time you treat yourself and you work on that one area of your life that has really been bothering you. You're like, you know what? I really want to feel better about this. And though I have good self-esteem, I really want to put in the work to feel even better. You're like, I want optimal. That's the word. You're like, I want optimal health. I want optimal happiness. I know it can be better. I know it can be way better. For some of you guys, it might be that time of the month. So, give yourself some grace when it's your hormone. Someone here might be pregnant or on their menstrual. And just understand that, be honest with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Like, hey, I'm not feeling the greatest because of this. So I'm not going to make any crazy decisions. But I am seeing that there is something that you've been dreaming of manifesting. And it's going to be way easier to obtain than you thought. Okay, there is a car, a relationship, or a job that you've been wanting to obtain, and it's actually going to be way easier than you thought. Like maybe it's something you dread because you're like, I don't want to get ripped off. I don't want any drama. I don't want to have to fight or argue with people. And you are really going to stand up for yourself in something that you've been wanting. Maybe this is something that you've not ever told God that you actually want. So maybe you're going to be getting on your knees saying, God, I know I've never actually said this to you, but I really do want this. I really do want to have that. So you're working on releasing the guilt that you can't ask. Maybe you just assumed like, well, God knows my heart. So like, that I want that thing that I've been wanting, and I just know that it'll come when it's the right time. But some of you are realizing that you've never truly asked for that thing. You've had the desire for that thing, but you haven't actually asked for it. So you're like, oh my gosh, I need to say the words. And I know that whoever I'm speaking to, it will be hard to pray for this without crying. That is how important, monumental, or big it is in your life to have this thing. Because it means something to you. It's not just a car, or just a job, or just a person. It's something bigger than that. So yeah, you're going to be standing up for yourself, and you're going to be swimming away from certain situations that don't serve you. Yeah, somebody thought that you were dumb and naive, and it's like, what? That's not happening here. That is not happening here. Okay, anything else? You're realizing how powerful your manifesting abilities are. So yeah, you don't need to be going back to the same well that's been tapped for a year or 5. God's saying this well is not even barely tapped yet. You might think that it is because you've been near this well for a long time while going to this one, that one, and that one. But this one is where we got to get the opportunities, the blessings, and the miracles, because trust me, your life will be way better drawing from this well over here. Yeah. All right, you guys, let me know what's going on in the comments. I love you guys so much. Don't lose hope. There are a lot of people preying on your downfall or trying to emulate what you're doing. There's going to be a lot of people kissing up to you and obsessing over you. A lot of people obsessing over your newest makeover. But you have things that you're working on inside. privately, private matters. And you should be really proud of yourself for doing that. Proud of yourself for communicating with the divine, like, hey, I do want these things and it is important to me. If I haven't said that it's important to me, I'm saying it now. This thing that I've been asking for is in fact important to me. So yeah, speak your mind, be honest with what you really want, and your messages will be felt and heard loud and clear. Okay, drop your favorite affirmation, smash the you know what, hit the bell, you guys do not want to miss out. All important links are in the description box, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.